Hi, my name is Goldman, and I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. Today we're going to continue our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about mediators. Mediators play a pivotal role in custody and family law cases. I'll tell you why. Years ago, mediators really weren't all that utilized. You know, if there was a dispute, you got a judge. He or she wears the robe. They got the big hammer there. If they decide something, boom, they gavel it and it's ordered, and that's it. They didn't really have to get other people involved. There were lawyers and a judge, and that was enough. But the truth is, a lot of the courts began to feel like they don't really want to get involved in making decisions about your life. You and your spouse should make decisions about your kids. They would prefer that you guys make decisions about your own parenting time and your custody and your support and all these things. The court is there to help you, but the court really has some sort of this opinion that the court is comfortable with deciding criminal work, the court is comfortable with deciding commercial work, but to come into your house, so to speak, and tell you, you shall do this and you shall do that, it's not the kind of thing that the court necessarily wants to do. The court would very much like to have parties come in and say, Your Honor, we had this dispute and this is what we came up with. This is our proposed resolution. We want you to approve it. And the court is, where do I sign? In most cases, the court will try to honor the wishes of the parents. Every now and then, though, you got two people who are just at odds. And rather than have a trial on an issue that the court believes is ultimately solvable, the court will send you to a mediator. We do this here in the office all the time. We're set up to handle it. I myself have mediated many times. Several of the lawyers here have been mediating many times, mediators and litigants alike. And as a matter of fact, here we have a setup. If you ever came into our physical office, you'll notice in front of the reception, you've got a conference room on the right and another one on the left. Who needs two of them? The answer is it's for our mediate. When we mediate, we separate the parties. We put them in different rooms. The role of the mediator, you have to understand, is not necessarily to advocate. That's what the lawyers are for. A mediator doesn't advocate. He really doesn't decide who's right and who's wrong or assert a position. The role of the mediator is basically to try to find the middle ground. Try to find a place where the parties can agree on, a framework within which to work and say, okay, we're going to split the parenting time. Or you have concerns, so we're going to have parenting time supervised for this amount of time, but then afterward, it'll automatically be non-supervised. In other words, the mediator has all the possible solutions in his or her head, all the variations, and they have enough experience to say, okay, I'll tell you what, I see you guys are fighting about this. Why don't we do this instead of that? Why don't we try this instead of that? How about you take this, and in exchange for this, he'll take that. That's what the job of the mediator is. And I explained to you what the job of the mediator is because, as we were saying before, the courts have gotten more and more reluctant to immediately make those decisions, but rather the courts like to punt, if you will, punt the case off to a mediator, and let's see if he or she, with their experience and wisdom, can they bring that case to a settlement. And if they can, terrific. The mediator, though, is not an advocate. You have to understand that. So if you get a mediator there, he's likely to separate the parties. He'll listen to the wife, understand what she wants, listen to the husband, what he wants, and then he'll try to figure out, well, where's the middle ground? And maybe she'll agree to this. If he'll agree to that, that's the job of the mediator. They play a crucial role in bringing cases to a resolution. And I have to tell you, we've had cases where we've never thought that we could possibly mediate it to a resolution because of how unreasonable the other side was. And you know what? Mediator does their job and all of a sudden the case is resolved. So mediators play a very crucial role in bringing these cases to a resolution. Now, if you have a case that you think is right for mediation or if you have a question about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.